everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will discuss on regression model and chemical correlation analysis as a quantitative method in the context of our research methodology course. Regression models means statistical technique for determining the relationship between the dependent variable and one or more independent variables. Purpose of regression models predict the value of the dependent variable using the values of the independent variables by fitting an equation of mathematics to the data. The key methods of regression models is the key methods use the ordinary, least square, and maximum likelihood method, which are essential for empirical research. Functional forms of regression model are as follows. First of all, linear model. Its functional form is y equal to eta plus beta x plus mu. Assumes the linear relationship and variables, the regression coefficient beta represents the rate of change in y per unit change in x. And the log linear model, its equational form is y equal to eta x to the power beta u to the power mu. Transform equation of log linear model is ln y equal to ln eta plus beta ln x plus mu. Non-linear in channel form and linear in logarithmic form. The coefficient beta measures the elasticity of y with respect to x, representing the ratio of proportional changes. Semi-log model. The model is expressed as log y equal to eta plus beta t plus mu. The dependent variable is in logarithmic form, whereas the independent variable time is in absolute numbers. The slope coefficient beta shows the proportional change in the dependent variable per unit change in time, indicating its growth rate. Fourth, reciprocal models. Its functional form is y equal to eta plus beta multiplication 1 by x plus mu. Non-linear in variable but linear in parameter. As the independent variable x rises indefinitely, the equation beta multiplication 1 by x approaches 0, where beta represents a constant. As a result, the dependent variable y approaches a limiting or asymptotic value equal to the intercept eta. This model can be used to analyze the association between per capita GNP and child mortality. Application of regression model. Economics application. Analyzing relationship between economic variable, health science, studying the impact of factors on health outcomes, understanding behavior and social trends. Classical linear regression model, CLR, means a statistical technique to model the relationship between a dependent and one or more independent variables. Population regression models function equation form is y equal to eta plus beta x plus mu. Eta and beta are unknown parameters. Mu is the disturbance term and representing randomness and omitted variables and unbiased factors. Components of the model: dependent variable, independent variable, and disturbance term. Dependent variable means stochastic or random term. Independent variables means deterministic or fixed term. Disturbance term represented randomness, omitted variables, and measurement errors. Simple sample regression function. Equation estimated y equal to estimated eta plus estimated beta x plus e. Estimated eta and y and e sample estimated of population values. The goals of sample regression function is estimate eta and beta from trial data as an estimate of population parameters. Assumption of CLR. Linearity. Full rank means no exact linear relationship among the independent variables. Data generation. No perfect polarity means that independent variables are not perfectly correlated. Homoscedasticity. The error term has constant variance for all values of the independent variables. So, means no heteroscedasticity present here. Auxiliarity means the independent variables are uncorrelated with the error term. Means mu is uncorrelated with x. Normality of errors. Gauss-Markov theorem statement is under the assumption of CLRM, the least square estimator are blue, biased linear, unbiased estimators. Blue properties, linearity estimates are linear function of the data. Unbiasedness means estimated are unbiased, which means estimated eta সমান to eta. Efficiency among all linear unbiased estimators, least square estimators have a minimum variance. Lastly, we can say CRM is a foundational tool in econometrics and statistics. Understanding its assumption is crucial for valid inference and prediction. The Gauss-Markov theorem guarantees that OLS estimators are the best linear unbiased estimator under the CRM assumption. My another topic is canonical correlation analysis. Canonical correlation analysis means statistical technique used to examine the relationship between two sets of variables from different disciplines. Purpose of canonical correlation analysis: quantify the strength of association between these sets and condenses complex relationship into a few pairs of canonical variables. Approaches recognize the influence of psychological and social factors on decision making. It's an interdisciplinary approach. Concept and meaning of CCA. For example, as a researcher in economics, one may like to know the association between economic inequality X and political instability Y star. The economic inequality can be measured by five variables. First of all, the division of farmland. Secondly, the Gini coefficient, the percentage of tenant farmers, the gross national product, and lastly, the percentage of farmers. Similarly, the political instability can be measured by four variables indicators. First is the stability of leadership, the level of internal group violence, the occurrence of internal or lasting stability of democracy. Three types of correlations here. Correlation between x variables, the correlation matrix is Rxx. Correlation between y variables, the correlation matrix is Ryy. Correlation between x and y variables, the correlation matrix is Rxy R prime yx. Assumption of canonical correlation. The correlation coefficient between any two variables is based on linear relationship. The canonical correlation is the linear relationship between the variables. The distribution of variables is normal and it is correlated to the extent it decreases the correlation between variables. Canonical correlation analysis versus multiple regression analysis. Multiple regression predicts a single dependent variable from a set of independent variables. CCA examines the relationship between multiple dependent and independent variables simultaneously. CCA particularly useful for analyzing complex real-life situations where multiple economics are influenced by several predictors. In multiple regression, the coefficient of determination R squared represents the proportion of variance in the dependent variable explained by the independent variables, and the square root of R squared is the multiple correlation coefficient. CCA extends this concept by finding the maximum correlation between two sets of variables through their linear combinations. CCA imposes fair restriction on data types, making it a flexible and powerful tool for multivariate analysis. Procedure involved in CCA: maximization problem, Lagrange multiplier, and iterative process. Maximization problem means CCA maximizes the correlation coefficient between two linear combination of variables. Solve for the largest positive root of the equation to find canonical correlation means Lagrange multiplier. Repeat the process to find additional canonical correlation means iterative process. Example of CCA. Research question here is: investigate the relationship between economic well-being and overall life satisfaction variable. Variable included research question is are economic well-being. Economic well-being, first of all, annual income, movable asset, fixed asset, employment status, and educational attainment. Life satisfaction, first of all, my life closer to my ideal life. Circumstances of my life are best to my choice. I am satisfied with my life and I have achieved the things in my life I aspired. Lastly, I would not prefer to make any drastic change in my test of life to survive. Advantage of CCA: comprehensive method, flexible tool, and insightful. Explore complex relationships while other techniques fall short. Useful for multivariate analysis across discipline means flexible tool. Provides insight into the strength and nature of relationship among variables means insightful. Lastly, we can say CCA is a powerful tool for analyzing complex real-life situations where multiple outcomes are influenced by several predictors. It helps uncover hidden relationships between two sets of variables, making it useful in various fields such as econometrics, psychology, and sociology. Thank you, everyone. If any question, please say.